Did you get everything you need, sir?
Is there anything else that you needed?
I'm not leaving my property until we go leave together.
Is there anything else?
I don't even trust her with you.
Is there anything else that you?
Okay. Why don't you trust her with me?
First of all,
hold on, wait, stop.
You did.
This is my house.
You own the house, but you rent it, sir.
Stop it.
Listen to me, man. Fred.
Yeah.
Okay, go on and do what you're going
I'm
to do.
going to do what I'm doing. I'm taking a report.
Yeah, and I'm going to call first. I can call Brett.
Don't do that. Don't do that to him, because he ain't even done nothing.
No,
This is what you're doing. You getting
I
on
opened
to
that door because she was
everybody.
in the way.
But you getting
She
on
was
to
standing behind me,
everybody.
so you committed an assault.
You getting on to
And a
everybody.
burglary because you can't go into your house if you've rented it to somebody.
Let me tell you what happened, sir.
You barged into the door. I seen it.
The door was open.
Y'all stop.
The door was
The door
closed.
was open, but she was
And
standing
she was standing right there. And I asked her, we coming in.
Pushed it open.
You said she was a
Now we
sheriff.
can do this. You can leave or you can go to jail with me. How about that?
Sir, listen to me, man.
Okay.
Good blessed Sunday morning, March the 3rd, 2024. The time being 4:11 a.m. I greet all human beings all around the world with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. Doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor your religious beliefs may be. Doesn't matter whether you the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you the proclaimed toughest to the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. Doesn't matter if you my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. Doesn't matter whether you like me, anything that I say or do, that's your prerogative. You got a right to think, believe, and do as you please. The United States Constitution gives you that right. The First Amendment gives you a right to freedom of speech, give you a right to protest, give you a right to gather together and do as you please, as long as you're doing it in a peaceful manner. What I want to talk about today is important, especially for the black community. You see, one thing about the black community, a lot of times, some of our people, they be deceived by wolves in sheep clothes. You notice I'm over here, I'm in the middle of where downtown started. This is Main Street. Main Street is the separation of North and South. This street right here is Marshall Street. I don't know if you can see it clear enough. Let me see if I can clear it in. But this is Marshall Street. It's the dividing line of west here and east there. What I'm down here today for early this morning because I know 90% of the people here in Charleston, Missouri is not deceived by all of these so-called black and white leaders and law enforcement officials. It's a shoe fit wear. They're not deceived by them. You see, what you have to realize sometime, what a wolf is in sheep clothes. See, a wolf in sheep clothes, a wolf try to disguise themselves to be a sheep. But in actuality, that wolf is trying its best to attack some harmless individual or thing. And they come in black and white. Also, you got to be able to distinguish a snake from a kitten, a rat from a puppy. You see, a kitten and a puppy, they harmless. They looking for guidance. But a snake and a rat, they already know what their mission is. Their mission was the same mission as Satan's was in the Garden of Eden, to deceive the man. You see what I'm saying? To deceive the man, when Satan deceived the man, the woman followed suit. Then, some of y'all probably saying, what is this individual talking about 4 o'clock in the morning? Did you see what time it was? You see, signs and symbols are for the conscious. It was 4:11. 411 is 411 is you call when you want information. 911 in some cases when you call is supposed to be for help. But let me tell you about a few individuals here that I know a lot of y'all are not fooled by. And anybody that take this offensive, then you must be a part of those who've been oppressing the black community here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, and in the Boot Heel, period, Southeast Missouri. Now, how could you make Barry Morgan a captain for the Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County Sheriff Department? How could you make him a hero when I believe in 2017, one of his men was shot and wounded on a drug raid in Wilson City, or Wyatt, Missouri, rather, when they was raiding a white guy's home who had drugs and guns. Now, his code worker, David Watkins, a good sheriff deputy, or he has rank now, a good law enforcement official. He led the way, even though the then sheriff and Captain Barry Morgan and some more of the Mississippi County, maybe Scott County individual law enforcement officials was behind him. But soon when the suspect shot David Watkins and David Watkins fell to the ground, I got video to show Barry Morgan and the rest of them, the sheriff and all, ran down the stairs and left David Watkins in that house with this armed suspect who had a assault rifle matched up to David Watkins' hand, a service weapon. But once David Watkins seen this individual suspect with this assault rifle and closed the door, when his men ran and left him, they had guns running down the stairs. Look at my YouTube videos. And they left him. David Watkins did what a true military man would do, a true law enforcement official would do, a true man would do. Even though his weapon was much smaller than this individual suspect, David Watkins shot this suspect and he was unarmed. David Watkins saved his life, his own life. Barry Morgan, that some of y'all around here looking at as a hero, you may have him for sheriff pretty soon because Brent Farrow finna run again in August and then try to resign after that to let Barry Morgan take over. Wolf in sheep clothes. A snake, not a puppy. A rat, not a kitten. Then you look at John Blakely, had an individual sent to prison for 18 years on false testimony when John Blakely was a detective in Sykes, Missouri at the Sykes, Missouri Police Department, Scott County. He falsified documents. He paid off informants. And this man served 18 years into a appellate court judge, seen through all of that. Seen through him being a law enforcement official, but a wolf in sheep clothes. Seen through him as being a puppy, but seen him as that snake he was. Seen through him as being a kitten, seen him as that rat that he was. And he overturned David Robertson's case, and he let the law enforcement officials, not just in Southeast Missouri, but everywhere, know John Blakely should never be a law enforcement official again. He shouldn't even be trusted. His statements shouldn't even be trusted. But yet he down here in the Mississippi County detention center at the Sheriff Department as a detective here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County. Now, who he gonna set up now? Who is Barry Morgan gonna leave behind now? But let's get to somebody else. Lester Gillespie. I don't care what he do, nowhere he do it. Lester Gillespie is in that group with them two that I just got through talking about. You see, some of y'all may see him as being a negotiator or a mediator, but you can't talk to this girl who was living in one of his houses at 603 Lee Street here in Charleston, Missouri, on the southwest side of town. On December the 7th, 2022, when a sheriff deputy by the name of Nicholas Pratt came to the house to let the girl know some information concerning Lester want her out of the house. But it was a procedure to go through. But you can hear Lester hollering, "This is my house. I can call Brent Farrow." That's when the sheriff deputy told him he gonna leave, or he gonna leave with him and be locked up. Nicholas Pratt handcuffed Lester Gillespie and let him know, "You being charged with an assault in a burglary." But Brenton Farrow, who hired John Blakely after appellate court said he's not worthy to be trusted. He kept Barry Morgan on when Barry Morgan was working for Brent Farrow, and he laid here and shot at a suspect, beat up a suspect, and then we have something he never been charged with, beating up a suspect. And the Illinois State Police arrested Barry Morgan, Captain Barry Morgan. And the Illinois State Appellate Prosecuting Attorney, not just a regular prosecuting attorney, but an appellate prosecuting attorney. They take on cases when a defendant loses a case and appeal it, then the appellate prosecuting attorney becomes the representative or the Attorney General's office. They arrested Barry Morgan. He pled guilty January the 11th, 2022 or 23. He just got off of 12 months court supervision January the 11th of 2024, but he's still working there. You see, Lester Gillespie done did more than that. You see, Lester Gillespie I don't care what nobody say. You see what I'm saying? Lester Gillespie just didn't do that. Talk to the other two females that he forced out of his house. Because he got the judges, the prosecuting attorney, the sheriff, and the chief of police backing him up. All three of them. Wolves in sheep clothes. Snake. Rats. If they don't live down this way, Lester, the sheriff, and all the rest of them, then they live down this way somewhere. Most of them live down there, far down there. Barry Morgan down there close by going towards the city dump. But I'm telling y'all to say this here. Believe what you want to believe, but Lester Gillespie was on the news and he said for the past 29 years that he had been an active individual in the communities here. Where? Let's start back to from 1996. When he was in our black community down here, down on this same street, Marshall, at a place called, used to be Gas and Matt, down the street from what Susanna Wesley Family Learning Center is, where they teach black folks how to be wolves in sheep clothes, how to be snakes and rats, how to oppress the black community. He was offering black individuals that was on drugs and alcoholics $1 or a cigar or a bag of candy or a 40-ounce can of Old English beer to vote for who these racist snakes, rats, wolves in sheep clothes wanted him to vote for. That's what they finna do now. They take a event where young blacks fighting each other, and they try to make Lester a hero. Lester ain't no damn hero. All you got to do is talk to the other people that he oppressed. See, I'm one of the ones that he had, just like he had this girl that he burst in her house with the sheriff deputy there. He was able to violate this lady's constitutional rights, frighten her children's. But there's no record of a police report because these snakes, rats, and wolves in sheep clothes covered it up. Some law enforcement officials don't like it. Nicholas Pratt didn't like it, so he left the sheriff department. But some people want to make Lester Gillespie a hero. Lester Gillespie, like I said again, Lester Gillespie ain't no damn hero. Lester Gillespie, you see what I'm saying? Those of y'all saying he a hero, look back when my daughters and them back in 2008 when he worked it with the prosecuting attorney's office, with the police department, the sheriff department, in the courts to take my then 1 and 2 year old daughters down to Susanna Wesley Family Learning Center where he was at. Susanna Wesley Family Learning Center was a part of it too, and some of these other blacks too. They took my daughters and gave them to their mother. Knew she was addicted. Lester was getting high with her. You ask some of these other people that's still out here getting high, they'll tell you the story. Lester ain't no damn hero. I don't care what you think he negotiated. Lester can't negotiate nothing. But see, the place that he negotiated, you had Barry Morgan at this place too. Barry Morgan is here, a captain here in Mississippi County. He was all the way in New Madrid at a game that don't even concern them. I can see the Charleston Police Department being there, but I can't see the Sheriff Department. The Sheriff Department can't even handle Charleston, Missouri, let alone Mississippi County. Barry Morgan was over there on February the 15th, 2024, when they arrested them 19 individuals saying that they was a gang. But when you black folks gonna wake up? I know most of y'all woke up. Y'all woke. But to each his own. I ain't mad at you for making Lester a hero, but Lester ain't no damn hero. I'm going to tell you the truth. Nothing but the truth. So help me God, the truth. Lester is that snake. Lester is that rat. Lester is that wolf in sheep clothes. Why you think he moved out the black neighborhood and moved down here? You look at that big old raggedy house that's right down the street, right across the street from the police station or the court, the police station or city hall. You see, they ain't letting him let his daughter move into that until he fixed up that house right. They don't give a damn the way he did 603 Lee Street or the one on Iron Banks. You see what I'm saying? Or the one on Paul Street. They don't care about what he do over here in the black community, but they told him, you're going to fix that damn house up down there. You ain't going to just throw no siding on there. But y'all worship, not worship, let me take that back. Y'all make whoever y'all want y'all hero. But black folks and white folks, those that stand for right, you see what I'm saying? Look at what these people have done. Not them, but the circle of people that they be around. You see, sometimes money and sometimes pressure can make you. Once upon a time, a couple of times, I sat in meetings with Lester and said, yeah, me and Lester, you know, we putting this to the side, but Lester kept on. One thing about a snake gonna always be a snake. One thing about a rat gonna always be a rat. One thing about a wolf gonna always be a wolf. Look at Little Red Riding Hood in that little story. The wolf dressed up like grandma. Look at the story about the little old lady and the little old man. They was walking in the valley, and then this snake tapped the lady on the leg and said, can you put me in your pocket? I'm cold, and get me up out of this valley. When y'all get out, then just get out this cold valley. You could just put me down. And then she say, you a snake. And he was whispering to her, saying, don't tell your husband, but I know I'm a snake, but I'm a good snake. Going against her better judgment, she put him in the pocket, took him off of this side of town, brought him on our side of town, and let him out. And guess what? The lady walking off, the lady said, bye, you take care of yourself, whispering. He said, don't tell your husband. She said, I won't. And guess what that snake did? Snake bit her. She said, you bit me. He said, you knew what I was when you picked me up. Peace be still. Did y'all pay close attention to the beginning of this video? I keep playing it to remind people for a reason. In the beginning of the video, for the first 1 minute, you gonna hear 3 voices. Then you're gonna hear some little kids in the background. Little kids terrified, and one of the other voices was terrified, which was a black female who was living in Lester Gillespie's, one of his houses at 603 Lee Street here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, right on the corner of Lee and Vine Street. She was working for Lester Gillespie too, helping him, doing good. Like most other females that won't speak up. He want to lay with him if he ain't already laid with him. You see, he take advantage of individuals. He took advantage of my children's mother when she was addicted to some of this stuff out in the world that Lester was using back in the day too. He took advantage of her. He helped her find an escape route to take my children at 1 and 2 years old. He let you know who he worked with in this video. He said he worked for Brent Farrow. But you would hear the girl, listen to this girl's voice again, before y'all get to claiming that Lester Gillespie is some type of negotiator or he's a hero. He's not a negotiator in the black community, nor is he a hero in the black community. But listen to this girl saying, stop it, stop it. When she's saying stop it, he pushing his way, forcing his way in this house. When a sheriff deputy, Nicholas Pratt, is right there with him, show you he don't have regards for the law enforcement officials that don't have rank. You will hear that the sheriff deputy told him, you can't do that. He said, let's just say, this is my house. And the sheriff deputy said, you committing a burglary and an assault. And Lester Gillespie said, I can call Brent Farrow. Y'all know Brent Farrow is the crooked, racist, millionaire sheriff here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County that hire criminals like John Blakely and Barry Morgan. But Lester said, I work for him. I can call him. I could work for him. Nicholas Pratt told him he can leave or go to jail with him. Nicholas Pratt had to handcuff him and take him into jail. And the sheriff made Nicholas Pratt unhandcuff this man, let him go. There's no police report to be found. Up under the Sunshine Law, we got a right to go up there and get it, but you can't find it because they didn't write now. But let me tell you this here. Listen to that real carefully, and I'm going to let you listen to it again as I end this here. I don't care what nobody say. The majority of the people here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County, East Prairie, and other places in Southeast Missouri, they know Lester Gillespie ain't no type of hero. Lester Gillespie don't give a damn about blacks killing blacks. You see what I'm saying? His record speak for itself. You see what I'm saying? One thing about a slave master, when they see certain blacks out here fighting it on their plantation, what they'll do, they'll go and act like they trying to stop it, but they gonna send your ass right back to the field. I'ma leave and let y'all listen to that again. Don't be fooled by these wolves in sheep clothes, these snakes and these rats. Get your rat trap out. Get your hatchet. And I'm not talking about literally. With a snake, my grandmother say you can't cut his tail off, you got to cut his head off. A wolf, they got traps for him too. Peace be still.
Did you get everything you need, sir?
Is there anything else that you needed?
I'm not leaving my property until we go be together.
Is there anything else?
I don't even trust her with you.
Is there anything else that you?
Okay, why don't you trust her with me?
First of all,
Hold on, wait, stop.
You did.
this is my house.
You own the house that you rented, sir.
Stop it.
Listen to me, man.
Uh-huh.
Pratt.
Yeah.
Okay, go on and do what you're going
I'm
to do.
going to do what I'm doing. I'm taking a report.
Yeah, and I'm going to call first.
You can call Brent.
Don't do that. Don't do that to him, because he ain't even done nothing.
No,
This is what you're doing. You getting
I
on
opened that
to
door 'cause he was
everybody.
in the way.
But you getting
She
on
was
to
standing behind us
everybody.
and committed an assault.
You getting on to
And a
everybody.
burglary because you can't go into your house
You're
if you've rented it to somebody.
Let me tell you what happened, sir.
Uh-huh. You barged into the door. I seen it.
The door was open.
Y'all stop.
The door was
Yeah, the door
closed.
was open, but she was
And
standing
she was
behind it,
standing
and you
right
pushed it
there.
open.
And I asked her, we coming in.
You pushed it open.
You said she was a
Now we
sheriff.
can do this. You can leave or you can go to jail with me. How about that?
Sir, listen to me, man.
Okay.